good every time.
Not sponsored.
Not yet.
Anyways, we're here at camp, eating breakfast, getting ready to head out and start hiking for the day. It's, well, sunny, to say the least. And hopefully clouds will build later in the afternoon. But for now, we're gonna chill out, eat some breakfast, and get ready to start hiking.
Finger open.
We've been out here for literally less than 60 seconds. Dude, and under that rock, I flipped this.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Yes. Crossover she has on her neck.
More importantly, look at her red eyebrows.
Oh, I know. Did you see that milk I found that had white eyebrows?
Well, we worked our off yesterday for not much, and then come out here after sleeping in this morning, and I flipped 2 rocks. And there we go, Arizona Mountain Kingsnake here in southern New Mexico. The biggest reason for my trip out west this year, and one of my favorite snakes in the US. And a lifer for Carson. So, just an excellent snake here. Just doesn't get much better than that.
Dude, that is ridiculous. That's not even fair. It can't be that real. Holy God, that is a nice snake.
Well, guys, the day is young, and we've already got the biggest target for the whole trip on our first full day in New Mexico with the whole crew. But Jesus, what a snake. This is my 4th pyro, I think. We got our lifers here a year ago yesterday. And, of course, out here today, beautiful Arizona Mountain Kingsnake. Just wow. So, aside from Alterna, and even maybe surpassing Alterna, because I haven't really gotten my feet wet with these guys yet, these are one of the most stunning snakes in the US, and easily one of my favorites to look for. And I'm still processing the fact that I just flipped this snake under a rock in this incredible habitat here in southern New Mexico. While we were sitting in camp last night, a Mexican spotted owl started calling. And we all just went over there and listened to the spotted owl calling. And then we woke up this morning and we wander out here and stumble across this. Just an incredible part of the world we're in right now. I mean, mind-blowing. Just mind-blowing. Such a beautiful little snake. Absolutely stunning. But it does feel amazing outside right now, and we know they're out. So we've got this entire canyon to explore today. So we're going to get back to it after a couple photos of this beautiful snake. Interesting. I would really like to be able to spot one of these snakes out on the crawl. Steven spotted the one last year as it was coming out from under a rock. And the only ones I'd gotten to see in C2 before this guy were on the road. So I guess the next goal is to try to spot one out in the open myself. But really amazing. Just a stunning snake all around. And among, if not, my favorite snakes in the US. Just stunning. You're getting grumpy with me. That is just absurd. Look at that belly too. Mind-blowing. We're back at it in the creek drainage. This one actually doesn't have any water. It's a dry wash right now. But it has been wet. There's a little bit of standing water in places. And the soil's nice and saturated, so should be pretty prime if the pyro itself wasn't an indication of that. So we're gonna hit this pretty hard for a couple more hours, and hopefully we'll get some more snakes. Just to put into perspective how much luck and, I guess, effort goes into turning up any kind of snake out here. It's been another hour and we haven't so much as seen a garter snake. Just the one pyro so far today. Kind of nuts. All right, guys, we were walking along and me and Graham spotted this little man's out walking around. He was basking and we spooked him under his rock and we just flipped it and caught him. But this is a little newborn crevice spiny lizard to contrast the gigantic adult we saw yesterday. Really cool lizards. And this is actually the 3rd herp we've seen all morning. We saw a whiptail, then we saw the pyro, and now this guy. Is there somebody in there?
There's a large vinegaroon. I didn't want to scream through your video, but he was big, dude.
All right, let this little guy go. Woo!
Whoa.
There's another little whiptail. That's a good looking one. Not sure what species is here, but lizards are out now, so hopefully we'll be getting into some stuff here shortly.
So this is why there wasn't any water down there. Wow, this is beautiful.
And then there's canyon tree frog tadpoles swimming around in here. There's one right there. It's lush up here. We're having a good time.
We are having a good time, dude.
What you got there, Steven?
I'm excited.
A clove.
A cloud.
Oh, yeah. That is beautiful. Whoa, he's not happy.
Holy Hannah.
Whoa!
Oh.
Well, Steven and Graham both simultaneously kind of almost tripped over this guy. This is a absolutely stunning banded rock rattlesnake. It's starting to thunder, and it's gonna rain. But what a day it's been. That is such a beautiful snake. Unbelievable. This is a boy. These are actually sexually dimorphic. The girls are pink in this area, and the boys are this incredible minty green. And this guy has a stunning coloration and pattern. Those two blotches on the back of his neck, really beautiful looking. Just a fantastic rattlesnake all around. This is a young one, probably 3 or 4 years old. They get a little bit bigger than this. Put my foot right here so you can kind of see how big he is. Decent sized, but still very small for one of these guys. They get a little bit bigger. These are definitely one of my favorite rattlesnakes in the US, and this one is just immaculate. Even nicer somehow than the one we found here last year. Really unbelievable. What a fantastic looking snake. Well, these storm clouds are continuing to build, so I'm going to get some quick photos of this beautiful little banded rock rattlesnake and probably start making my way back to the car. I think we're probably going to end up running into town here for a little bit to get some food, and then we'll come back out to the mountains for the afternoon. So, all right, everyone, we are back at camp. It drizzled a little bit here from that storm cell, but I'm walking around right now gathering firewood for later tonight. We're going to road cruise here in a few minutes, and then we're going to come back, hang out around the campfire, get up early tomorrow morning, and go on another hike. But yeah, really awesome place. Love it out here so much, and I'm so glad we actually had a good day today. It's not that the trip has been bad before today. It's just been a little bit slow and a little bit frustrating. So, but either way, I will check in with you guys when we hit the road to cruise, unless I see something while I'm out here gathering firewood. But yeah, here's one look at these giant ponderosa pines before I cut to the first herp we see this afternoon. That is a gigantic blacktail. We just left camp to road cruise and found this guy crossing the road. Look at that thing. Holy crap. Needless to say, that's a good start to the night. What's up, dude?
Wow, that's a good one too.
He's a little bit molossus-y looking.
Definitely.
Man, they're
Beautiful
awesome. What a
snake,
good looking
man.
snake. Look at that tail. And they're so peaceful too.
Yeah.
Like that's as much of an agitation as you're gonna get out of one of those.
If you play herping on peaceful mode, that's all the mobs that show up.
Blacktails.
Yeah, dude.
Look at this titan of a red spotted toad. He's going.
Well, dude, they're the worst to film.
He's not gonna stop moving.
Well, this would be a pretty good find back home.
We decided to try something. We're shining cuts in New Mexico. Doubt we're gonna see anything, but I mean, don't see why it wouldn't work the same way it does in Texas. Well, boys, how are we feeling about today?
We saw a lot of cool wildlife, and we
Dude,
had a great time.
We saw a bear
We did
crossing
see
the
a bear,
road on the
yeah.
way back to camp from road cruising. I tried to get video, but I mean, you know how bears do.
Carson's home movie. Put that in there.
Yeah.
Did he get video of the bear?
You
I
got
think I
video of
did,
what
yeah.
happened.
Really? Were you recording when it started? Or did you
Well,
just...
yeah,
You just
I
flipped the
immediately
thing out and-
picked it up.
Okay, well,
yeah.
maybe there'll be a clip of the bear happening, but yeah, great
Dude,
day.
listen to him.
Bats, yeah. Sitting right here in camp last night, we had a Mexican spotted owl calling.
Yeah.
But anyways, We will be getting out tomorrow in the same area, but in a different mountain range.
Whoa, I'm digging.
There's a skunk in camp.
Dude,
Look at him.
He's behind the bush.
come over here. You can see him.
Wow, dude.
Wow, he's beautiful.
Look at that. Look at that tail, dude.
Dude,
That's so majestic.
God, they're weasels too. He's so cool.
Look. Good morning, everyone. We are out here in southern New Mexico in a lush canyon here, looking for Arizona mountain king snakes and banded rock rattlesnakes yet again, but in a new place that I've never seen them. So should be pretty exciting. We're gonna hit the habitat and I will let you guys know how this goes. Well, the weather was completely wrong and our foggy morning turned into just bluebird skies and hot. But this habitat's amazing, so we're gonna see what we can turn up out here. Here's our first in hand herp of the day. Nice crevice spiny lizard. As you can probably imagine, I bet these guys are gonna be abundant in this habitat. It's perfect for them, so just let him back to it. Go on. So Carson spotted this guy. This is an ambiguous tree frog that we can't decide if it's a canyon tree frog that just looks crazy, an Arizona tree frog, or what. Either way, that is a crazy cool looking little amphibian. Once again, I'm not sure what this is. I'm a little bit out of my comfort zone here. But that is a crazy awesome looking little frog. We're gonna photograph this guy, get plenty of pictures so we can make an identification. But I'm pretty sure it's either an Arizona tree frog or a really weird canyon tree frog. Not sure which. That is such a cool looking little frog, whatever it is. Some sort of hylid. That's all we really know for sure right now. Really cool looking little frog. Anyways, we're gonna leave him to his business. And like I said, we'll make sure we get a positive identification on this guy later. And we're gonna keep looking and see what else we can turn up before it gets too hot. Beautiful little tree frog. This place is amazing. It's just a little bit warm out here, I think. Hoping these clouds will keep building and we'll get some overcast skies for the rest of the day. There's a tree lizard right here. We saw a bunch of these on our first day in New Mexico. We've seen a bunch of them today too, but this is the first one I've been able to film something or somebody tried to catch him. Broke off his tail. Good looking little lizard though. So, turns out these are Arizona tree frogs. Steven found another one, and we were too far away. The group got split up, but he got a good photo of it. They're beautiful little tree frogs. We saw one in Arizona last year, but we had no idea they were here. Wasn't expecting to see these at all. This seems more like canyon tree frog habitat to me, but I guess there's Rhytorum here. Really cool. So this morning we got real covered in dirt. Found a tree frog we couldn't identify.
If you don't look like this at the end of a hike, you're not doing New Mexico right.
And now we're eating sandwiches after finding 0 snakes all morning.
We did find 2 Rhytorum, which, well...
We did.
We found
We
one.
didn't know what they were, though.
Well, I mean, it's reasonable, because that first one had the spots on his leg like canyon tree frogs do.
Yeah, it was weird. Well, it's not a snake, but... happy to see one of these guys again today. We were expecting to see them all over yesterday, and we only ended up seeing the first one. But another MADREAN alligator lizard. This one's actually got a more complete tail, is a little bit bigger. But these are always a species I look forward to seeing here in the Sky Islands. So, very beautiful. Look at him licking his lips. What's up, dude? You're so awesome. All right, we'll put this guy back under his rock. But MADREAN alligator lizard number 2 for the trip. Well, as it has seemed to happen every other day this trip, we got our asses kicked this morning. We saw some really cool stuff, but we did not see any snakes. So we're gonna drive up this road to those mountains right there and go see if we can find a clob. And if not, we're gonna cruise this road and at least find some common snakes, hopefully. So we're gonna get after it, and I will update you guys here in a minute once we get into habitat. We got a hot boy. It's 95 degrees right now, and this guy's just chilling on the pavement. What's up, dude? Nice Western Diamondback is our first snake of the day.
But we've got an Atrox here. Western Diamondback rattlesnake, who's not really sure if we're a threat or not.
He's definitely trying to figure it out.
Yeah, he's thinking about what we're doing.
Go on. All right, well, we're in these little low-lying desert mountains now, and we're gonna walk around and see if we can find some rock rattlesnakes. So feels pretty good right now. The sun's gone behind the mountains for the day, so we'll have about an hour or two before it gets dark to hike.
Hello.
We're not finding any clobs up here, are we?
We've been here about 7 minutes and we're already kind of ready to go back to the car. It's been a rough day for our group.
It's hot, and well, at least it's nice out here. It's beautiful. We just can't find any snakes, no matter where we go. I think it's the day. It's Tuesday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tuesday's not our day. Dude, Carson is way down there. Look at him. He's like a little flea. Well, this hike hasn't produced much, but, well, it's produced nothing, actually, but scenery is awesome. And it feels pretty nice out here. It's cooled off a lot as it starts to get dark. But, yeah, I've tried and failed for clobs in this range 3 times now, unfortunately. It is possible we could cruise one tonight, I guess, so we're gonna keep working this for a little bit longer, and then we're gonna hit the road. All right, guys, we're on the road because the hiking sucked, and here's our first snake of the night. Nice big western diamondback. Saw one of these guys on the way in, of course. And we'll probably see a couple more tonight if I had to guess. Very nice. Aatrox right as the sun's going down. Dude! We just cruised the clob, and it's amazing. Look at that nuchal, dude. That's incredible. That thing is incredible. That is one of the nicest clobs I think I've ever seen. And it's very different from the one we found yesterday. This thing is basically like a silvery bluish. His head almost looks blue in the video. He's just incredible looking. Really amazing.
He might have a little tinge of green to him.
I think he does, especially on the nuchal there.
Hint.
Of green?
Yeah.
He's got a green stripe going all the way down his back.
Lepidus goggles.
Lepidus goggles.
I mean, absolutely, but
He's just amazing, though.
his face is pink. He's got pink sides all the way down. His back is green.
Just amazing. Look at his eyes. He's got those gold eyes. What a snake. Look at this clob. The lighting's terrible, but you can see how nice he is.
Oh, sorry. No, you're good.
I can't believe we cruised a clob. That's so weird. Look at him. This is such an awesome snake. I cannot believe we cruised this thing. Anyway, snakes are moving, and we've taken a few photos of this guy, so we're going to let him go and keep cruising, see what else is out. Beautiful banded rock rattlesnake to kind of start the night with a bang. Okay. Dude, we just cruised a New Mexico suboc and a clob within 10 minutes of each other.
Man,
what on earth? Dude, look at his, he's so orange. Well, that is just awesome. If these guys, when we find these guys in West Texas, it's not too big of a deal, but here in New Mexico, and especially out here, like I knew they were here, but I was really not at all expecting to see one.
This is a real cool locale too.
Yeah, and we just cruised a clob and a suboc within 10 minutes of each other.
Of all time, we need to
what on earth?
We actually need to measure that.
Dude, that is a hook-nosed snake in New Mexico. And we were just I just told you, dude. What even? Oh, my flashlight's dead.
Let's see if he'll fart now.
That's insane. Look at how big he is.
And also, we're gonna have to do it because these guys fart, and it's the greatest of all time.
That thing's bigger. Whoa! Dude, he's loud farting too.
That thing's bands
That's
are
like
almost
me,
orange.
actually.
It's so big. Well, there it is. The world's biggest hook-nosed snake. Every time I find a bigger one of these, I just think, wow, that's the biggest one I've ever seen. This actually is the biggest one I've ever seen, and it's probably not that close to the second biggest. This thing is titanic. And it's beautiful, too. And it's in New Mexico, where I've never seen one of these, and you never really even hear of people finding them. Really cool. That is just the icing on the cake at this point. Beautiful Chihuahuan hook-nosed snake here in southern New Mexico. Well, there's our second New Mexico suboc of the night. This wind is just the worst. It is. Alright guys, here's Carson holding this bigger suboc before we let it go. But yeah, 2 subocs here in New Mexico in a place where I was really not expecting to see one. Like I said earlier, I knew they were here, but I mean, these guys are a pretty solid find in New Mexico, whereas in West Texas, they're pretty common. He's coming straight for me. They're so awesome. We're probably going to see a couple more of these, if not here in Texas. So, yeah, we'll just let this guy keep going. Alright guys, we're on our way out of the mountains and we just cruised a beautiful little female Couch's spadefoot toad. Whoa! Look at that green on her. She's beautiful. Beautiful. Alright. Oh, that might be... Alright guys, we just cruised this guy on our way out in the lower desert portion of this road. This is a nice little glossy snake. Not something I get to see terribly often. Here they're painted desert glossies, I believe, but this one's a little bit weird looking. Kind of looks similar to the ones we get in Texas, more so than a painted desert. But I think by range this would be a painted desert. But really cool little interesting colubrids, nocturnal, feed on just about anything they can catch, from lizards to mice. But yeah, really neat little snakes. And we're just gonna leave this guy to it. Hopefully we'll see some more stuff on our way out. It is getting pretty late, and we are going to be getting out tomorrow yet again, so we have to go get some sleep. So, very nice little glossy snake on our way out. Well, last night was pretty fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, we had a... I hate that.
Me too. They have advertisement pumps here.
We had a good night road cruising. That guy was along with us. How was your night, Carson?
Great, guys.
It was a great night.
So many lifers.
Well, exactly 3 lifers for Carson last night.
That's pretty good.
But
anyways,
none for the rest of us, right?
No.
But we're going to Tucson now, where we are going to cut all of our shirts at the sleeves and ride dirt bikes, and we will never be herpers again. That's what happens when you go to Tucson. So, see you guys later. Thanks for...
All right.
Stick with us.